Alessandra, who's running for Vice President, Equality and Welfare. So what changes do you want to make?
Okay, one of the big focus of my policy at the moment is to run Look After Your Mate campaigns focusing on depression and eating disorders.
Okay.
Because those are both sort of issues affecting students more and more, and within my personal friend circle, I've had the experience of people struggling with that, and there's sort of being a lack of conversation going on around this with students, and this sort of leading to more isolation of the people who are affected by it. And I think that's sort of something that the union could be tackling more through both running sort of this campaign, raising the awareness amongst the student and encouraging people to see other people have got it as well, we're also struggling with it. And at the same time also showing what support the union is already providing as well as the university, because they're doing a good job but not in actually advertising it, unfortunately.
How would you kind of encourage students to come forward about them?
About the same.
Come forward about a friend who they've
Yeah.
got concerns about?
Well, I mean, it's not really a thing about coming forward with it, right? It's more about encouraging an environment where people feel it's okay to talk about it, right?
Okay.
And I think I'd like to achieve this by maybe having videos or posters where different people talk about their experience of having depression, and actually make quite clear that both, you know, men and women suffer from it, from different like sexual orientations, ethnicities, and so on. You know, mature students as well as undergrads and freshers who've just, you know, come from home and so on. To sort of make it clear it's not like an issue and someone is affected by it. And especially I think also with the gender thing, and there was an interesting epigram article about how men are more likely to be depressed in the UK in a certain age category, but they're less likely to access the services because certain conceptions of masculinity are around. So I'd like to make it sort of very clear that everyone is suffering about it by sharing stories from people who want to come forward.
Okay, cool. And do you have any other things which you want to implement?
I'd like to see the liberation officers to be more active. So with the union, I think prior to this year, we've had LGBT and women's officers, as far as I'm aware.
Could you just explain what
liberation officers are? Okay, basically, so they work for liberation groups. So what is identified as a liberation group are women, black and ethnic minority students, disabled students, and LGBT. And basically, within the NUS structure, they've got their own conferences and campaigns, so they form their own motions and policies and what these students want to campaign on. Because obviously there are different issues that affect them as opposed to the like, general population of students. And within a university, they're responsible for the political representation for these students. But they can sort of like decide what they want to do within every university. So for example, if say LGBT students at this university feel like there's lots of homophobia going around, they might want to run a campaign on like homophobic language to raise awareness around that.
Okay, cool. So what societies have you actually been involved in since being here?
So I'll start off with my last year because that's what I can remember most. I'm currently president of Feminist Society, so I've been quite active with that. In my first year, hang on.
Probably seems like a really far away.
I attended one meeting of public speaking. I remember doing that. The Sports Council Society. I play basketball. I play on the women's team, so I'm very involved in that. I did Fair Trade Cafe in the second year. I think that's it. Can't remember.
That's still quite a lot, to be fair, more than I do. Okay, so who do you think should be president?
Who am I going to vote for? I think it's going to be Georgina.
Why?
She's my housemate. We do the same degree. We have the same birthday.
What about her policies?
Okay, this is going to be really controversial. I don't even know if it's about her policies that I'm going to vote for. No, I do fully support the fact that she wants to cut the cost of student life, but I feel that the way she is going about actually trying to reach out to students within her campaign at the moment, I find that really impressive, and it's I think more what she stands for me in general about being an open person, actually changing stuff in a positive way, as well as cutting the cost of student life. That's great, obviously.
Do you think she will win?
Yes.
Okay, and did you ever think about running for president?
No, because it's too general, I think. Because within welfare and equality, you sort of have more of a vague idea of what you want to work on. Whereas with president,
Okay, and a bit of a random question. What is your signature dish?
That's risotto.
Risotto. Nice. What type of risotto?
It depends on the vegetable I have in my fridge. At the beginning, in my first year, I still bought saffron, but it's quite expensive. It tastes really nice, but
apparently it's more expensive than gold per gram.
What, really? Like today?
This is what I've heard.
Okay.
Maybe wrong.
It's possible. I know that it was it used to be very valuable back in the day, but I didn't.
Cool. And just quickly, a word association.
All right. Okay.
Thing. So I'll say a word and just say the first thing which comes into your mind.
Mhm.
So tree,
Bush.
spoon,
Oh God, I say fork, but that's because I heard Georgina say it before.
chunder,
Gap year.
lounge,
Lizards.
fresher,
Week.
union,
Building.
home,
Switzerland.
Bristol,
Uni.
art student.
Philosophy as well, sorry.
Okay, no, that's great. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And if you want to vote for Alexandra, then just log on to the Student Union website and you can cast your vote from now.